Hello, good morning student. I am your new teacher, Prince Joshua. Today we will study about history of chemistry. As you know that history of chemistry is divided into three periods. First one is Greek period, then Muslim period, then modern period, right? We will study in detail. So we will start from Greek period. In the Greek period, Greek philosopher introduced the concept of elements, atoms, and chemical reactions. It means they know in the Greek period they know the concept of elements, atoms, and chemical reactions. Second thing, they think that all matters, right? All the things which are matter are actually derived from these four elements. One is earth, water, air, and fire. They think that all the matters are derived from these four elements: earth, water, air, and fire, right? And they also think that these elements have got some properties as well, right? Now, property of these elements, they think that earth has got cold and dry property, right? In a similar way, water has got hot, cold, and wet property. And similar way, air has got hot, cold, and wet property. And fire has got hot and dry property, right? So according to their thinking, they're just thinking and they do not have an experiment on their thinking, right? So all their works is empirical work, right? Without any practical experiments, they are thinking and they are disclosing the things, right? After that, Muslim period started, right? So Muslim period are also known as Alchemist period. Do you know why they are calling it as an Alchemist period? Because in this period, chemistry developed giantly, right? The chemistry was developed too much. How? Because they introduced scientific method. In this period, they introduced experiment. In Greek period, they did not introduce these, right? They are their work is empirical, means they are working on theories. But in Muslim period, they are using scientific method and experimentations. They also introduced laboratory equipment such as beakers, funnel, balance sheet. Means concept of laboratories and concept of laboratory equipment was introduced in Muslim period. That's why we are calling it as an alchemist period, because chemistry was developed in this period. Now we will see what scientists do in this period. First scientist is Jabir ibn Hayyan, right? He was the first scientist in this period, and he was called as a father of alchemistry because he invented method for the preparation of nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, and nitric. He introduced these methods. That's why we are calling it as an alchemist period. Not only this, he also introduced the concept of extraction of metal from ores, right? In the later chapters, we will discuss how to extract metals from their ores, right? So he was the first one who introduced these concepts that how to extract metal from ores, right? And third concept he has given that how to dye clothes, right? He told us about the method how to dye our clothes. Today, you will see that people are dyeing their color hair, right? And some people are dyeing their clothes as well, right? So he was the first who introduced how to dye clothes. He was the first to introduce how to extract metals. He was the first to introduce how to prepare nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, and white leaf. That's why we are calling it as a father of alchemist, right? Second scientist is Al-Razi. So Al-Razi basically he was a expert surgeon, and during surgery he feels that patients were paining and they could not cooperate with the doctor, And if we are using opium as an anesthesia, then the patient will become unconscious and it will easy to operate, right? So he was the first who introduced opium as an anesthesia to operate patient, right? So it will be easy for a doctor when patient become unconscious to operate easily, right? So he also divided substance into living and non-living origins, right? He divided substance into living and non-living origins, right? Which was later on divided into carbon compounds, organic compounds, or inorganic compounds, right? Okay, then he also prepares the method of ethyl alcohol by fermentation process, right? By fermentation process, he prepare a alcohol, right? Today, what we are doing with the fermentation process, we are making yogurt with the fermentation process. Like we are making milk very hot, boil the milk, and after that, we are putting 1 spoon of yogurt in it, and after some time, it will become all yogurt, right? This process is called fermentation process. After that, Al-Biruni started. Al-Biruni was a scientist. He contributed in physics, math, geography, and history, right? He wrote many books. And he determined the densities of different substances, right? Such as earth and water, which will help in later on the periods, which will help in modern period as well, right? Because when we know the densities of many substances, then we will operate them wisely, right? For example, do you know when ships are building, when the boats are building or ships are building, they find their densities which is lower than water. If the densities of boat or ships are higher than water, then ship will sink into the water. So they are trying to build that kind of ships or boats which are less denser than water, so they can float on the surface of water, right? Then the next scientist is Ibn Sina, right? He also contributed in medical chemistry, philosophy, maths, and astrology, right? So after that, almost Muslim scientists has done lots, and all the Muslim scientists they want them to prolong their life, right? They want them to prolong their life, and they want baser metal. They want convert baser metal into gold, right? They want convert baser metals into gold, and they want to prolong their life. But in these two missions, they are failed. Why they are failed? Because they are using trial error method, right? The trial error method is that kind of method in which we know what is input, but we don't know what will be the output, right? If we don't know what will be the output, then we are using trial error method, right? In a modern period, we will study about systematic method, right? That's why they are failing to prolong their life, and they are failing to convert base metal into gold because they are using trial error method, right? So I think today is enough. In the next class, we will study about the modern period as well. Then we will conclude it, right? You can make notes on these two periods, right? So goodbye and take care of yourself. If you have any question or query, you can ask me on your WhatsApp connection, right? Okay.